Hey, this is Dr. Bagley. Thank you very much for joining me. So today we're going to talk a little bit about a man's perspective between 40 years old and above. And we're going to talk very specific about two topics. One is communication, jealousy. Okay? Communication and jealousy. All right, I'm going to give you two examples. Within these examples, I'm going to give you one American and European style of talking. Now, when I say American, I'm talking about all cultures within America and European within Europe or that European area. How they talk and how others, non-European and American people talk. Now, how I'm going to say this is from a man's point of view and how he feels, okay? How he feels within the communication and jealousy of an American and European versus a non-American and European person, woman, right? And the cause and effect that it may have within you and or your relationship. Okay. First example, a very serious one. It's a woman who is married and she has in triple D breast, and she's getting of age where it's affecting her spine. Okay. She goes to the doctor. It's very serious. The doctor suggests a breast reduction. She tells her husband, and the husband needed time to think about it. By the time he needed time to think about it, she gets it done anyway. After the procedure, he's surprised. She says that this is my body. I needed to do it. The doctor says I needed to do it. It's for a medical condition, which it was. But this is my body and I needed to do it, and I done it. He then leaves her. Yes. A non-American European woman, the same scenario, but goes like this. Doctor, procedure, she goes, talks to her husband, talks to her kids, talks to her family. They all first come to a conclusion because it's affecting not just the relationship, but it's also affecting she's going to be off work for a little while. She won't be able to cook and clean for a little while. She won't be able to do what she normally does within the relationship. And so the husband needs to agree that he needs to pick it up. The kids need to pick it up. The parents need to pick it up. And so they come to a conclusion. They come out with a date together. And together they get the procedure done. And she comes home. He's taking care of her. The kids is picking up whatever they're going to do. And they're working it together. That woman, that man will never leave. Give you one more example. Same two women. Woman A says, I need to cut my hair. Tells her husband, I need to cut my hair. It's hot, blah, blah, blah. He says, well, no, I like your hair. This is my body. I'm going to do. She cuts her hair. He comes home. He actually did leave her. Now, both cases, when they left, this really happened in life. Okay. I've been counseling for over 23 years. So yes, both cases, this both happened for the very exact reason why and how I said it. Yes. The other woman says, I need to cut my hair. It's hot. She then talks to her husband. The husband's like, no, I like your hair. What she realizes is a man is very visual. So when she said, I'm going to cut my hair, he's thinking one thing. She then goes on her phone and says, honey, what do you like about this style? What about? And then she switches and goes and goes and goes, and he and her picks out a style that they like. Her hair is like, whoa, down there. He says, cut it to like right here. Is that okay? And so she's like, yeah, that's fine. He says fine. She says fine. She go gets it done. He appreciates it. He looks at it. He loves it. That woman is never going anywhere from that man. In both cases, ladies, both women are independent. It's her hair. It's their hair. They're both independent. How they communicate it, totally different. American and European style women, when I say American, I'm talking about any woman who's been in America, regardless of where they come from, more than a year. Any woman who says this is my body without the consideration of her man, when she says it to a man, automatically, cause and effect, automatically he stops trusting you. Okay? And when there's no trust in a relationship, let me say, regardless of business or personal, when there's no trust, there is no relationship. And if there is no relationship, then you're using him or he's using you, or you both are using each other. Okay? And if that is the case, then what's going to happen is jealousy kicks in. Why? The woman, American European woman who got the breast reduction, even though it was medical condition, didn't do it properly, and now she's thinking or seeing her man looking at all these women who have big breasts. Okay? That jealousy is going to build like a soda bottle. When you shake it enough, take that cap off, but it's going to build. And it's going to build to a degree where a man is going to quit. And I'll explain what I talked about before when I say he's going to quit. Okay. The other woman, what she was doing in her communication was building trust. And that trust, as it being built, called respect, adds respects to that relationship and puts it together. Both independent. Two different outcomes. Why? Because of communication. How they communicated determine a trust within their partners and respect within those partners, within their partners. And then the outcome of what the man does will determine on trust and respect. Okay? Okay. So one of the first things that if you haven't already figured out, is the fact of communication. You can, for reference, Proverbs 31, you can go to your husband and let your husband know what your desire, what your wants is. Okay. He then needs to see something. He is a visual creature. He needs to see what it is that you are thinking. Because keep in mind, even for your Christians people, even Christian people don't understand these things. Faith has hope. I don't know what's in your head. I can't see your hope for. I need to see evidence. So a man is a very visual creature. So if you say, for an example, I want to cut my hair, he needs to see what that looks like, because if you don't show him what it looks like, then he's thinking the worst case scenario. Okay? communication, ultimately, when it comes to a guy, and I'm really harping on 40 and above because a 40-year-old guy is starting to get it in life, and they're not afraid to let you go. Okay? When you communicate with a guy, you're building trust, you're building respect within that communication. So you need a visual to bridge, right, your independent thinking of what you want and what's inside that man's head. Because he's thinking the worst case scenario. Okay. So if, for an example, the hair issue, if you wanted your hair cut, it is not the issue of no, you can't be cut. If you have a medical condition, it is not the fact that he's going against your medical condition. It is the idea that when you communicated, you didn't respect him to build that trust together and become a partnership. And any woman, regardless of her age, any woman who does not build trust in her relationship will realize, in business and personal, will realize there is no relationship. And when that fact comes within her subconsciousness, if not really in her conscience, she then is going to start feeling different. We call it jealousy. Because the very thing that she did, she sees the man is looking at the very thing she did. Like, for an example, hair. She's thinking he's now looking at all the women and the hair, but it's really not, he's not technically thinking like that. It's just like you buying a new car. You didn't notice the new car until you bought your new car. You get in your new car, you drive, and you realize how many other people have your car. Right? So it's that guiltiness, right? It's that guiltiness within you because of the lack of trust. It's a cause and effect. He has a indifference of how he feels towards what you just did. You have a guilt now built up within you. That guiltiness builds up jealousy because you're starting to think he's seeing other women who has long hair. And that builds up to like the soda pop theory. You shake it and then you uncap it. And then he gets to the point where I'm done. And he's done. So your communication is extremely, extremely important to a visual creature, to respect him, to build trust. If you don't do those three things, if you don't communicate, build trust, and build respect, right? Cause and effect, like I said, you're going to feel guilty. That guilty is going to express itself through jealousy. That jealousy is going to go into anger and so on and so on. And eventually your man is going to quit you. Okay. Let me explain why and how a man quits you. Okay? I'm going to use my experience, the military experience. North Carolina, we were going through what we call selection. In selection, there was 400 guys, all academically capable of being there, all physically there. All of them had a strong will to be there, made a lot of sacrifices to be there. Okay, all of us were at the same equalness. We can all do the same push-ups, sit-ups, blah, blah, blah. We all met the standards. The first 30 days, just the first 30 days out of a 2-year program for me, because I went medical. The first 30 days out of 400, 123 made it. 123. Why did a guy quit who had the academics, physical, the desire to be there, made the sacrifices to be there? Why did he quit? A guy quits because he met his limits. And when he meet his limits, he then can't handle it. He will quit. Okay? There's something more important. He doesn't know. I don't want to get into it. The fact of the matter is, your man who's with you, likes you, wants to be with you, but he has, excuse me, but he has limits. When you take him to his limit, he will quit on you. And it's dangerous from a guy from 40 and above, because a woman, typically she's 25 and above, 9 out of 10 times she has kids, and he will leave you because you didn't, in your communication, you didn't respect him, you didn't build that trust, which is a typical European and American woman. Men want to be with you, but they're not going to be with you. Not with this way of communicating. Okay? So, I'm going to check my notes, make sure I said everything. Yes. Okay. All women are strong women. All women are independent. No man does not want a strong woman. And I said so many times, we like strong women. We want an independent woman, but our independence and your independence is two different things. Our independent woman is who can handle her financial affairs, who can handle and have all of her stuff in order, who has a house, who has a car, who has her own business, who has a job, and so on and so on, who doesn't need a man. An independent woman has her own without needing a man, but wants a man, and together they can enhance one another. Okay? So all women are independent, ladies. You're not losing your independence when it comes to communication and working a problem out together. That, if you don't, it's called selfish and so on. Well, you'll be single for a long, long time. Okay. Yes. All right. So the last part is understanding, ladies. The guys in America, at least, every guy has a problem. We're not getting into it right now, but the idea is every guy within those problems, a woman can fix them. I'm not saying you go actually work on it. I'm saying if he's a visual creature, show him, communicate with him, build trust, build respect, and you then can win over him regardless. As long as it's not too late. Now, what do I mean by too late? And that is this. Is if you lose trust, if trust is the late, if trust has been violated, you don't have a relationship. And if you don't have a relationship, then to fix it, you have to go back before a relationship and start having a relationship if he allows it. And some guys won't allow it because you took it too far. Okay? It's not that you need to be alone. It's not that you should be alone. It's the fact that you're alone because you believed in lies. And those lies is what got you where you're at. And guys, little by little, they're not taking it. They're not taking it. And little by little, you ladies are getting older and older and older, and you're realizing, holy crap, I got a dog, a cat, a bill. That's really what that is. You might as well have a child to have a dog and a cat. But little by little, you're going to die without the next generation and the next generation and the next generation being secured. That's the danger. Okay? Anyway, I'm just talking now. I've got all my points. Got my trusty book. Got all my points. And so, yes, I hope this helps someone. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. If it's too personal, please DM me. Okay? DM me. And we can work it out. Or I can at least try to work it out. Help you understand some things. All right. If nothing else, I'm going to go finish my work. And I will talk to you guys soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.